on the way, you know? What's wrong?
Just tired.
Hey.
Yeah. I'll take a drink.
That was only 55 cents.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, that's fucking big.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour.
I did.
What is tomorrow, Thursday?
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo set to call all the action here at the Wells Fargo Championship. We are at Quail Hollow, and Frank, it is really one of the best courses on tour.
It is a great state of North Carolina where Donald Ross developed so many great courses. They're the sort of courses that we're used to seeing. But this is a relatively new golf course, first opened up in 1961, but it certainly fits in with the North Carolina landscape. Mature trees, holes well cut out. Beautiful greens and interesting finish.
How do you like that finishing stretch? They call it the Green Mile.
Some might think it's purgatory, but I think it's the perfect touch to a great golf course.
You know how usually nothing pulled forward looks like crap?
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, you've been in that store.
Mm-hmm.
So you know all that spot.
Damn.
And I did that too.
Yeah, I see that.
And the floor.
Oh, there you
I
go.
mean the floor all shiny.
Nice.
Now if Oscar had a problem and he said nothing was done,
You kiss your big white ass. Tell him to kiss my big white ass.
Well no, because he's like, he doesn't understand why nothing gets done. Are you serious? Shit gets done. You just gotta have the right people with brains.
Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now.
Yeah, no, that's
you really got to be smart to pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Sorry.
So they'll tap in.
I asked her to look over and
I think you get a fucking race for that
Bad
shit.
news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but
This
the
ain't
good
high
news,
school.
still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
I was just saying, this ain't high school.
Frank, a nice mix of opening
Yeah,
holes
keep it
here
down,
at Quail Hollow in the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
No, trust me.
180-yard shot will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side.
This is a good-looking shot. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop. Second shot.
what's your schedule for the next week? I'm like, well, since I've already worked for y'all's asses today, which I should be for. Oh yeah, I love
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Good work right there. He'll settle for par.
Somebody commented.
Moving on to the third hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Right.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for two reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole, over 450 yards.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
I was like, well, I don't want to get up early in the morning. Probably about 10 to 5-ish, because I kind of figured I was going to be up in Jersey. You know? And she's like, oh, Oscar was kind of looking for 5 to close. I'm like,
That's well well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday.
How did that not go in?
Are you kidding me? What is
I thought they'd at least pick up a shot.
And this is a
Really looked like a sitter. Now par.
And he's putting for par now.
Freaking. In for par. That is fine. I'll take that par.
Considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need.
No? Good. Good.
And now back over
Play
to the
CR. Are you still watching or what?
A couple of mistakes already in this third round. He really needs
right
a
back if you are
right here to get it turned around.
You can't really force it as well, Rich, because right now you can see the players struggling, especially with their rhythm.
That's if he's still even
This is going to be a long, hard slog there for a little while, trying to hit a series of good shots, which have been hard to hit right
I
now.
don't think he is. Yeah.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we're going to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball, give it another 20, 30 yards.
Settles on the green about 26 feet away.
Not the easiest of putts coming up.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Too far.
Oh my goodness, that one just rocketed by the hole. It's actually on the fringe right now. Frank, Rory McIlroy had his coming out party on the PGA Tour right here at Quail Hollow. That was in 2010. You remember that final round 62?
We certainly do, Rich. That great finish to post 62. Personally, I thought that was the best round shot in 2010. And not just because it was his first win, but it showed you what he was capable of. And then obviously we've got to see that ever since.
No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
That's nice.
Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
And have him swap that out. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. So it looks like, you know, there's 6 missing, but there really isn't. And then the machine, well, handheld machine, decided not to scan in 3 things, and it was claiming that they were missing, yet they weren't. It was not scanning in. It was saying it was part of the order, but when you went to scan it, it wouldn't let it scan in.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker did not put the 2 liters away, which irritates the fuck out of me. I should not have to be an adult to put a 2-liter order away. Then there was a Mountain Dew raspberry flavor.
North Carolina for the final round of the Wells Fargo Championship. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Well, if history has a chance of repeating itself, remember those great closing rounds by Rory McIlroy? That 62, that was one of the best rounds ever shot that year, back in 2010. And, of course, that playoff, too. Ricky Fowler back in 2012. We actually beat out then world #1 Rory McIlroy with that stunning drive down the finishing hole and brilliant wedge to a tight
that
flag.
They act like it's fucking
this golf
high school,
course, it can give it, it can take it away. But for us, from where we're sitting, Rich, we'll enjoy the view today.
No doubt about it.
No, it's not that. I asked him, like, what, they give you a B+.
is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a line like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
That's what I'm usually doing.
Frank, on this backside at Quail Hollow, a player does have a good chance to get off to a good start with that par 5 10th, and now a relatively short par 4 11th, where a player with a good drive could stick a short iron in their hands.
Yeah, this is one you're going to have to make a decision. You can just play this as a straightforward dogleg left par 4 and hit a 3-wood or a long iron up there and 9-iron or something like that into the green. Or, if you want it, you can try and blast a drive around the corner. I don't know if that's the more prudent play, but it's fun.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here.
No, I did on the me speaker. They can hear us. Whoever joins this game can hear us.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently, it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know your line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
He don't work at Wendy's no more. Really? Yeah, he got fired yesterday. Apparently. He was short, like 3 days ago he was short $40-something. And then yesterday he had an attitude with Miss Betty, and Miss Betty was done with it, and then Tony... Yeah, she got into it with Tony.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going.
District manager was like, bye,
just
don't ever come back to this
danger
place.
right
Not
there.
even
So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Okay, I swear to God.
I swear, I heard it too.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
This has really been impressive. Started off slowly, just didn't have a whole lot, but kind of hung in there, fought when it wasn't going their way, and now here they are with a few birdies, really playing well at the closing stretch.
Let's try and get a hole in one here.
Did Mom even budge when you were out there?
Not at first, but when she heard me open Mama's door, she got up. Well, I've probably been ringing off the hook all day today.
So anyway, you were saying about Logan?
No, his ass got fired.
He's safely on deck.
That's well played. Good look at birdie.
Still a snack though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Just a little tap in here.
I can tell.
Starving. I'm still starving.
Wow, Frank, this is a really good little par 4, isn't it, the 14th?
It is, and this is where one of those strong 3-woods comes in. The last 50 or 60 yards is the ball kicks down and towards the left, and it sounds like an aggressive play, but like a hard 3-wood trying to run it down there is actually not a bad play.
Is it drivable?
It is drivable, but it's whether it's worth the risk. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Now teed up at the 15th hole. It is the final par 5 here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. And Frank, I remember this hole well. McIlroy stiffed a 5-iron on his way to making eagle, his first PGA Tour win. That came back in 2010.
And the opportunity exists again here. Under 600 yards, plays downhill off the tee. Those two bunkers on the right are perfectly situated. That second one about 310 yards to it. So something straight at that one with a little draw will set up that mid-iron or long iron that has to be hit very high and uphill.
Frank, anytime you're inside 15 feet, you have to like your chances.
Yeah, our computer gives us 13 feet to be precise.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed the bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Clean this up with a tap. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just 2 holes remaining here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the signature par 3, 221 yards, the 17th.
And they have a multitude of tees here. One of the new back tees is actually where the old 16th green was. And if you think don't go left is the way to play, then that won't work either, because right's not that much good. This is it. Stand on the tee and you better hit a good shot.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
What a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has to place a little bit down. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
See if I can make this last eagle.
Final approach shot of the day here at the 18th.
We all have that one friend that can turn any conversation into something new. And look at the thing they chose.
I seen it.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Frank, year in, year out, the Wells Fargo Championship is one of the best on the PGA Tour. This year, it didn't disappoint.
No, it didn't. For a number of reasons, really. The quality of the field, Rich, but more importantly, from my point of view, the quality of the golf. Quail Hollow extracts the best out of a player. It demands it. And we saw that today.
For my partner, Frank Nobilo.
There are many cows you can purchase today.
Because nobody really wants to broadcast or watch me or nothing, I guess.
Toasted marshmallow shop. You bitch. Toasted marshmallow. Sometimes you gotta feed people some bullshit just to see who they run back.